Right, hello my lovelies. How is everybody? You're all less stressed than me, hopefully. And you're all feeling good. Thank you for coming out. I know there's so many fireworks displays and stuff going on tonight, because I know a few people around about doing that. Got lovely Rosie with us today. Anne's unfortunately not feeling very well. She's a little bit poorly, but Rosie was like, no, we're still coming, and I very much appreciate it. If you could all just make sure that your phone's on silent for me or turned off, that would be very cool. I will appreciate that. Is me like literally checking to make sure mine's off as well, because I've upgraded from the Ghostbusters theme to Thunderbirds, and you don't want either of them. So, you know, you don't want that going off. I'm nothing if not consistent. You're good. Okay, I'll just ask if Rosie could just open for me then, and then I will do my usual faffing.
Good evening, everyone. Right, please join me in a short prayer to start the evening. Divine Spirit, Father God, thank you for bringing us all here this evening safely to this lovely place. And we would like to feel the presence of you this evening, feel the presence of Spirit, and know that our loved ones are still around us and still care for us. Please send out your healing and your love to all those who suffer in the world, to the animal kingdom, to the world itself, and please bring some compassion and some honesty and spirituality to all those leaders in this world who feel it's necessary to fight at this time. And please use me tonight as a clear and honest conduit for Spirit to talk to their loved ones here. And I ask this in your name, which is love. Amen.
Thank you. Okay, you all know the drill, but I'm going to move that back out the way so I don't kick anything, because that's me. You all know the drill by now. I've got my lovely healing book here. I wrote something earlier. So I'm just going to read this out. I'm going to read out the names, and if you can just think of them in a nice position than they are now, just think of them surrounded by love and light and energy and all the good things that we need. Great Spirit, as the days grow shorter and the nights longer, as the dark and the cold draws in, we send our thoughts out to all those who are in less than fortunate circumstances, those without a roof over their heads or food in their bellies. All the love, healing and energy we raise tonight, we send out to those in need of it and those listed below. It's got Darren, Caledonia, Vicky, Michael, Dougie, Sheila, Scott, Katie, Craig, Sam, Sue, Tony and Willow. So if we could just have a moment just to think for them, that would be very good. That's lovely. Thank you very much. I wasn't sure what I was going to read out tonight, and then I picked up a magazine and I found a lovely story by someone who is very, very inspirational. Has anyone heard of the medium Bex? I think a lot of people know that. Yeah, she's lovely. This is just her story about how she got into mediumship and things like that. And I thought I'd read it out because it's a lovely little story, and she's so inspiring, bless her. She said, on the screen in front of me, Jane Seymour's beautiful solitaire was reading tarot for James Bond. I was watching Live and Let Die and I was rapt. But unlike any other hormonal teenage boys in my local cinema, I didn't just want to be with the medium, I wanted to be her. This wasn't the first time I'd fantasised about being female. At the age of 4, shopping with Mum, I pointed out dresses I liked. By 7, I was dreaming of being a mermaid. Trouble was, growing up in the 60s, people didn't really talk about things like being gay and transgender, so I tried to be normal. After school, I made my body hypermasculine, becoming a bodybuilder and a personal trainer. Then in my 20s, I saw the medium Doris Stokes on telly and realised that what I really wanted to do was talk to the dead, like her. I joined a development circle, but I didn't get much through and soon gave up. In time, I became a full-time karate instructor, although mediumship remained what I was really longed to do with my life. Still, as it seemed, I didn't have the gift. What could I do? At 37, I met Nicola. She was also into spirituality, and we started going to our local Spiritualist church together, marrying a few years on. By then, of course, I knew that transitioning from male to female was possible, but I also knew that I was 6'3" with a manly face and couldn't face being a bloke in a dress. Then one day, I read online about facial feminisation surgery, and my world opened up. Nicola was amazingly supportive as I saw a private doctor and started taking male hormone suppressants and female hormones. Even as I awaited the facial surgery, there was no long-term plan to fully transition. I just didn't want to hate my reflection anymore. The operation and recovery was grueling, but afterwards, my new face felt really, really tight. At the same time as I was changing physically, I was also opening up spiritually. I put it down to finding the right teachers at last, as I attended more courses and workshops and regularly sat in circle. Eventually, I decided to commit to being a woman. One day, walking in the grounds of Arthur Findlay Spiritual College near my home in Essex, I got a message. "We have your new name," Spirit told me. "You are Rebecca." I learnt that Rebecca means bound to God and owned by Spirit. You clever buggers, I thought. At 48, I had gender reassignment surgery. At last, I began to feel comfortable with who I was inside. Over the next decade, I did more mediumship appearances until finally I closed my karate dojo and focused on it full time. I even got to work alongside legends like Colin Fry, TJ Higgs and Derek Acora. 3 years on from going pro, Nicola and I separated amicably, but we remained close. Now, another 4 years on, I travel the UK and abroad, teaching and working as a platform medium. It feels like the reason I'm here. It's only now that I've realised my trans and spiritual journeys went hand in hand, both with the most frustrating and challenging and difficult journeys I could imagine. But it's as though letting go of pretending to be someone I wasn't freed me to feel spirit. I still get a buzz from reuniting people with their lost loved ones. I can't take away their pain, but knowing someone remains close changes the way people grieve. That said, my messages aren't always fluffy. Recently, I informed a young man at one of my shows that his late father was insisting his son was nothing like him. The boy burst into tears, but alongside his mum, said the message said was exactly what he needed to hear. I believe my own struggles have made me more empathetic. Having lived as both a man and woman gives me an additional perspective. Spirit recently told me for a friend that I should be grateful that I have 2 lives in this lifetime, and that really resonated. I'm going through what I have that's made me who I am. So I just wanted to read that out because it's one of those things where so many people think that they don't have the gift, but a lot of the time it might not just be the right time for you. It might be that you need to work on yourself and feel more comfortable in yourself than you can before you can work with them. They always come through with love. They always work with us with love. And it's true what you say, if you don't love yourself, how are you going to be loved by somebody else? So sometimes just not feeling like you can block it so much. And it's a journey for a reason, because we keep moving, we keep going, and we keep going day by day. And it's one of those things where this shows that when it's the right time for you, it will happen. So don't go into anything expecting things. Don't go into it with a game plan in mind. Don't go into it with a timeline. Just know that they're with you and go into it doing it as you're supposed to. So Mick, Dan, I'll pass it over to you.
Okay. Right. Okay, so how many of you have asked your loved ones to be here tonight? I'm going home. Okay, I'll give you a message and I'll go home.
I have. Like I said, I walked in and Alexa was playing a song and I was like, I must admit, I could put my pants when I walked in. I'm like, who's talking? And then I realised that they were either supporting me or maybe they just left it on, but I like to think that the Spirit's here supporting tonight.
Yeah, I think so. Well, they'll need to if you haven't asked anyone. So please, come on, get on thinking about it, who you'd like to speak to. Can't promise the person you'd like to speak to, but we'll see what happens, okay? Now, I'm a clairsentient, which means that I feel your loved ones. Hopefully I feel the essence of them, and the information I give you will make perfect sense. What I'm here to do is to prove that they are still here, okay? Now, I occasionally see glimpses, don't see full person standing right beside you, although there is someone there, but, you know, I don't see them. Okay, rightio. But I often hear them speaking like you would be speaking to me. And if I do hear that for the message, I will tell you exactly how they're saying it to me. Okay. They don't all say it like that, but some do. Now, I never get anything. While I'm sitting here, I can feel them all around me. I can feel them all around at the moment, but they're not communicating with me until I've told you this bit. And then when I sort of shut up, they'll come in, hopefully. It's always an experiment. Now then, let's see who I'm. Okay. Right, I've got a lady here with me. She's quite a bit shorter than I am. She feels quite a, I would say delicate lady, but I don't feel that, or her physical body may belie her strength of her soul inside. Now, okay, I do feel that she's someone's mother or mother's mother. And let's see, who do I want to come? I'd like to come to one of you two over there. I'm just being drawn across this way. Now she's, as I say, she's certainly shorter than me, but I'm 5'9", so that's quite easy for a lady. But I would say probably about this high, so 5'3" to maybe 5'5", but no more, I wouldn't say. But she's quite a fairly petite lady, but she's got a lovely smile. I can tell that with her. So I know she would have had quite a nice manner to her. Would you understand that with your mother? Yeah, lovely, thank you. Now, but I do feel that she had a very strong mind as well. And yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, and she's telling me that woe betide you if you stepped out of line when you were a child. Okay, you'd understand that with her, yeah, because she was quite capable of laying the law down and telling you exactly what's what. And in front of your friends or anything, she's not worried. She's just going to, it's her house. These are her rules. Yep, lovely, thank you. But that, in saying that, it's not that she doesn't love you. She says she does it because she does love you. Yeah. Now, let's see. Did she have breathing problems before she passed to spirit? No, usually when they do that to me, it's because they do. But, you know, it might be me tonight. I've got a bit of a cold coming on. Right, now, okay. I have to say that people often didn't quite understand her in the way that they thought she wouldn't give them too much trouble if they tried to push her too far. Okay, but they were wrong. And but as I said before, she had quite a sense of humour to her. And I do feel that she would have enjoyed having fun. You know, some people do enjoy having fun and others just don't, do they? Well, she would have done. And I feel that she would have also enjoyed playing with children and being with them, you know, teaching them, that sort of thing. And she's just, she said, and grandchildren too. One of the grandchildren, she's telling me one of the grandchildren has seen her and has talked to her when they were little. Would you understand that? you wouldn't know that. But there is one of the grandchildren, and it's a little girl. You do have she has a little girl grandchild. Yes. Now she's saying one of the little girl's grandchildren has seen her and has spoken to her. Look out for it. If you don't know it yet, I mean, she didn't know it was her grandmother she was talking to, but she was talking one with what they call an invisible friend, isn't it? Yeah. So just watch out for that one, because that's what she's telling me. Now, excuse me a sec. I'm getting a feeling in my stomach area, so I would assume that she had some stomach problems towards the end as well. Would you understand that? One of many, was it? Okay. This is the feeling that she's giving me. Okay, so I don't know her. No, so that's what I'm assuming. Right. And she's not telling me that she went out to work or anything like that, but she is making me feel that she would have been quite the sort of lady who would have had quite a few friends, and a lot of people would have known her, but she would have helped other people. Now, I'm not certain if that's as a job or if it's, just helping other people, as some people do. But that's what she's making me feel, that she was one of these people who actually cared for others. And she's also making me aware that she would have instilled this in you too, because she felt that it's the right thing to do. You live in a neighbourhood and you look after everybody else. Everyone does their bit. Yeah, lovely. And let's see what she's here for. She is impressing on me that she would have always sort of felt worse at this time of year, because she said once the summer's gone, it just gets cold very quickly, and she would have felt the cold a lot as well, wouldn't? Oh, I shouldn't be banging that around. Yeah, she would have felt the cold a lot, and the dampness as well. And she's drawing my attention to my hands as I say that, so it makes me feel that she would have really felt it in her joints. Yeah, lovely. Well, not lovely, but you know what I mean. she's also come. She wants me to point out to you, and obviously you know this already, because she's saying that yes, it gets bad like this for the winter, but then that makes the spring so much better to look forward to. And you would know that she would have loved the spring flowers particularly, and she would have looked forward to things like the snowdrops coming up, because that's a promise of a new start again, isn't it? And she said that would have given her a lot of joy. That and daffodils, they're the favourite sort of things at that time of the year, is to look forward to that. And she says, always remember that when things look darkest like they do now, there is a lot to look forward to, because it will only get better. and spring's just around the corner. Well, not quite, but yeah, in up there, spring's just around the corner. It's easy for them. They have no sense of time. But please take all her love, because she's got so much to give you. And she said, just remember her. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, I've got a gentleman here with me now. And now, I'd like to say grandfather with this gentleman. Now, who am I going to come to? He feels that he's a fairly well-built gentleman, and he feels that he's confident in his own skin, this gentleman. I'd like to come to you, please, sir. Yes. Would you understand that with your grandfather? Fairly well built. I mean, he's not huge, but he's, you know, fairly substantial. Great grandfather. Would you have known him? Lovely. And would you understand that he was very confident in himself? And just as he came in, he made me go like that. And that's as though he is, you know, this is me and I am worthy. You know, he would have felt like that about himself. And you'd understand that about him. Right, lovely, thank you. Now, he keeps sort of making me want to hurry up and get on with things. Oops. You've been a bit unsteady at the end, because I don't know why I sort of went over to one side. Okay, he didn't tell me that, but it's just I sort of went like that. Okay, now he's making me feel like I need to hurry up and get on with things, because he has this slight impatience about him. You know, he knows what he wants, and he knows what he wants to say, and he doesn't want me faffing around and you know, flowering it up and this sort of thing, because he's quite a straightforward gentleman. What he says is what he means. Yeah. Now, he makes me feel that he was fairly well known by people around him, and quite a few of them would have looked up to him as well, because he always had plenty to say for himself, and stuff that he said was quite sensible and quite, you know, important for other people around. Now, he wouldn't have come to a place like a spiritualist church, but he wouldn't have minded standing up in front of people and talking. Not sure about that?
Not sure about that.
Okay, take the possibility that if he had the opportunity, he would have done it. Right, because that's what he's making me feel, that he wouldn't have minded that there's a whole room of people and he's talking. Okay, and other people are hearing him. He's not a shy, you know, wallflower type guy. He's fairly full of himself. Now, he's also impressing on me to stand upright, and it's like it's either that he's got a fairly important job, or that he's, you know, got some military training. That's what he's making me feel. It's just the way he's making me feel. Shoulders back, head up, stand upright. Come on, you can make yourself at least 2 inches taller, you know. Would you understand that with him? He's
very tall, and very short. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes, it's like, you know, having strings above me and I'm a puppet and I can make me stand taller. Okay, now, come on. he's also quite a private gentleman as well. He wouldn't have wanted all and sundry to know his business.
Yeah, I'd be very understanding.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you. Because I was going, come on then, tell me a bit more. And he's going, oh, hang on a minute. Not everybody needs to know this, you know, so. But anyway, but he has ideas, he has thoughts, he has ambitions, this gentleman. Whether he carries them through or not is another matter. But he does have these thoughts, oh yeah, I could do that. And I could go there.
Many fingers, many pies.
Okay. I don't want to say airy-fairy about this because I will get a slap. Well, no, a figuratively one, you know, because he's not thinking they're airy-fairy at all. He thinks these are great ideas. These are, you know, lots of things he can get on and do because he's a busy man. Okay, now, yeah, now he's also making me feel that he would choose his friends wisely as for what he could do for them and what they could do for him. Does that make sense to you? Because, and I'm not saying he uses people, but he's, you know, he has, as I say, he has these ideas, these plans, and he knows who he's going to bring along with him. Right, thank you. Now, come on, right, his message. He's telling me, right, that you're not quite as dynamic as he was, okay? And I'm putting this nicely because he's laughing. Oh God, sorry, I'm not being rude at all. He had, you know, what he was like. He had, as you say, so many fingers in so many pies. He, you know, he didn't know whether he's going clockwise or the other way. And but he said, you're not like that, not as much as he was. But
I don't think anyone would have been.
Okay. Could have been, because I've had the odd idea that not everything was kosher, shall we say. But until you said that, I didn't want to actually go onto that track.
We don't stand a ceremony here. Literally, just do it. Just say whatever's in there. We appreciate
okay,
it.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. That's a free range, whatever comes out.
Wow. You don't want to know what some spirits have told me. Anyway, not this one. Yes, I will. I'll keep it. Okay. Right. As I say, he's saying that you're not quite as dynamic in as many ways as he was. But he said probably that's for the best, actually. Because he said sometimes it took a lot of his skill and his brains and his speed of thinking to get out of things. And again, I'm putting it quite nicely. But he says, you know, he said that was just me, and that was the times as well. He said it's not like that now. He said you couldn't do what I did then now and hope to stay a free man. And okay, you get all characters here, don't we? Right, but in saying that, people liked him, let's face it. And he was a likeable man, and he's telling me that he had a great sense of humour as well. Don't you think so? Well, he thinks so.
I was scared of him, but there you go.
You were scared. fair enough. He said not everybody was, but some people needed to be. But, you know, once he got with his buddies, he had a good laugh, shall we say, a good crack. Now, he's saying despite that, he's got a lot of respect for you because you've done things differently to him. But he sees that you have good intentions. Most of his were good, but, you know, yeah. But anyway, well, that's enough of that one. Anyway, he said he has got a lot of respect for you and a lot of pride in what you've done and how you are and what you know, have achieved in your life. He said he achieved lots more, but, you know, just each to their own is what he's saying, each to their own. But he has pride in you. And he said, keep going, lad. And yeah. He's also got love for you. He's a bit shy on coming forward with that, but he has got love for you. Okay, and that's even better, isn't it? Yeah. So take that from him. Thank you. Wow. Oh, look, it's a filling glass. Thank you. Oh my. Right. Yeah, I'm coming to you. I have a lady who feels like mother to me, maybe grandmother, but mother's side. Okay. Now let me tell you about her because you don't know which one it is. Okay. Now, this lady feels to me like a real sort of someone you could rely on, really rely on. You knew that how she would react to situations. You knew that she loved you, but you also knew where your lines were. You'd understand that, yeah? Right. Now, I can't see her, but I do feel that you're quite similar looking to her. Yeah. And she's quite quiet though, in that she's not all that certain of me, so she's not coming quite close enough at the moment. So, come on, come closer, because I've really got to be able to feel you so that I know what you're like. But I do feel that she was quite strong-minded. She had her own agenda and she would stick to it. And you'd know that once she said something, that's what she meant. And that was what was going to happen, because she'd make it happen, you know. And but I do feel that she had friends, certainly, but she wasn't the sort of lady who would make sure everybody was her friend. You know what I mean? She was quite picky in who she trusted and who she wanted to talk to. I'm right in saying that she had stomach problems, because it's lower stomach, I think. Yeah, I'm just getting feeling it really feels quite hard around that sort of area. Do you understand that?
Not stomach, no.
But in this area,
yeah. It wasn't strong.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, it's just around that area makes me feel really sort of not bloated, but it feels tight. It feels hard, yeah. So you'd understand that about her. Okay. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know what bits were, but it's that area. Okay. Now, she was the boss of the house and the family. It's what she's making me feel. She felt she was the boss. Whether she's like a husband who feels he's the boss but isn't really. But she makes me feel she is. Would you understand that? That she would feel that?
She told me she'd run this house for X amount of years and no one was going to stop her.
That sounds fairly conclusive to me. Yeah. I feel that people would have laughed with her, but she wouldn't have seen it as a laughing matter. Yes, that's right. She'd say something quite straight, other people would find it funny. Yeah, behind her back. Thank you. Okay. Did you know her as well? No. Okay. Right. Now, I feel that unlike this lady's mother, she makes me feel that she was always busy, but not with playing with children. It was busy doing what she wanted to do. I mean, I'm not saying she never played with children, but that lady's mum enjoyed being children, playing with children and grandchildren, everything like that. Whereas your mum would have other things doing.
Everybody.
I was just going to say she would have had too many other things she wanted to do first. Yes, because so would I be right in saying that when you went into your house you had to take your shoes off and you had to be careful where you sat and things like that?
No.
Not that. Okay.
No.
Perhaps she's telling me it's not that. Come on. Right. Okay, I'll take that back. She must have been pointing that out to me as a not, but I got it wrong. Okay. But she enjoyed making a home as such, and I'd also feel that she would have been busy. Is it knitting or crocheting? It's one or the other, or both probably. All of it, because her hands have to be busy all the time. Yes, thank you. So everybody had jumpers for Christmas and that sort of thing because she'd be at this all year getting ready. She'd stock them up ready, wouldn't she? Because there'd be a little stack of them. Yeah. But it wasn't just the kids, it was the adults as well. It was just getting everything ready and everybody's got something to keep going.
Adults, but she's always got baby clothes, so so-and-so's having a baby. Right, go and have a look. It's just stockpiled.
That's it, that's what I was feeling. Yeah. There was a pile of things that were knitted. Basically. Oh, okay. As I say, I don't see it, so it's just there's piles of stuff knitted there that are waiting for the right time for someone. Yeah, thank you. Right, and but she could natter as well as doing this, couldn't she? Because she didn't even have to look at a pattern or anything like that. She'd just do it. It was just like, oh, I can't do it, but she's making my fingers go like that. And but she wouldn't be paying attention to what she'd be doing. She'd be looking at something else or checking someone's doing something right, or just chatting, watching telly. Yeah. Okay. And I do, and I do feel it would be more watching telly than reading books or anything like that. It, she's reading books is a bit solitary for her, but she's enjoying going, oh yeah, what's going on Coronation Street or whatever, and you set her times by her favourites as well. So there we go. Like a lot of older ladies, I have to say. Oh, would she have suffered from indigestion?
Oh, yes.
Oh, well, thank God for that. Because okay, I don't really want that, so you can take that away. Right, let's see. You'd know that she comes round to visit you, wouldn't you? Right, lovely. Good, because she's just making me very aware of that she will come round to have a look and make sure, you're behaving yourself and all that, So, and she's... Would you understand that sometimes your pictures go on the wonk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I blame the cats, but
It's not the cats,
her.
it's her. She just wants to see if you actually move them back again. Yeah, because I'd drive me nuts. Okay, but she does that anyway. That's her game. Just tell her off. Or just acknowledge that she's doing it, and then she'll move on and do something else instead, then, like hide your keys. Okay.
That game regularly.
Yeah, that's not a good one, is it? Okay. Right. But she's just here to tell you she loves you. She loves you to bits, Yeah. And she just enjoys spending time with you. Even now, perhaps particularly now. She doesn't have to knit you anything, does she? I bet she's still up there knitting, though. Yeah. Yeah. You don't find them in odd places, do you? No, that's good. That's all right then. That would be a bit strange. Now, but anyway, she's come just to remind you of her and to know that she loves you. Yeah.
Her sister died last Friday.
She didn't tell me that.
To get her sister.
Oh, do you reckon?
Yeah. She's come back to get her sister.
Yeah. She didn't tell me that though. You just told me that. Mind you, I had some bloke on Sunday. I was giving a message to her and I'm going, I can't understand this guy. I said, he's got a funny accent. I said, and there's something else as well. I said, he must be some disability in that. Well, he was deaf. And I'm going, it's more than that. I know what people sound like when they're deaf. Oh, well, he was German. And then he told me, I said, well, he's really well shouldered and muscular and all this. He was a champion swimmer. I'm going, oh yeah, and he says he was a champion swimmer. He looked at me and I go, you shouldn't tell me. I'll tell you straight back. But that's fair. Oh, well, that's nice that she's come back from there. Yeah, bless her. Right, let's see who else I've got. But thank you for working with me. Right. Right, who needs waking up? Mean it. Okay. Right, I've got a younger lady here now. Younger lady. Yeah, pretty girl. Now, who are you for? Right, I've got a younger lady here who, when they say passed before her time, she definitely did. But I'm feeling that she was quite lively and vivacious, full of life before she passed. You know who she is? Oh, okay. All right then. Oh. All right. Okay. Let me just both listen, both, because it'll work out. Now, as I say, I don't always see. I'm just, from what I'm feeling, I would say she's probably 20s. I wouldn't have said a lot more. Not you, but you. Yeah. Okay. Lovely. Now, but she makes me feel that she was so alive. She really was. And, you know, she'd come into a room and everybody would know she was there. And she always had a lovely word to say about people. She was very kind like that, you know. Oh, I'm getting quite emotional with her, I have to say. And, yeah, and she's making me feel all cold as well here. Yeah. Do you want some? Okay. Yeah, she's making me feel all cold as well. And yeah. And, but she would have had loads of friends because she was such a nice person. And she's pretty as well. Yeah. And like everybody would have liked her. Yeah. And gosh, she hasn't told me yet how she passed, but it, you know, it's making me feel that it was a shock to everybody. And she says it was a shock to her as well, actually. Okay, no, she hasn't said why. But she's, as I said, she would have been very popular because of her nature and because she was such a bright light, such a happy, energetic person. But she said sometimes she had dark times as well, but she would really strive to get past that and she wouldn't want anybody else to know about it. Okay. Oh gosh, and she would have been one who was always busy too, because she's making me feel that I've got to keep moving around and doing things, which she's been quite artistic, because yeah. Oh, was she? Okay, lovely. Because she's just making me feel that I've got to keep my hands moving. Yeah, and I'm feeling like colours. She would have loved colour. Yeah. Okay. Now, she says sorry. She says sorry. Yeah. Good. Okay. Because she's not giving me the whole thing, but she's just giving me bits at a time at the moment. Right. And she's saying, you know, my life up here, is lovely. She said it's beautiful. The colours are like nothing that is down here. She said I could not have even imagined it when she was here. But she wants you to know that she is loving it. She wants you to know that because you miss her still so much. And she said she still misses you too. And that's the only thing that makes her, and I'm going to say sad, but that's not the right word when she's up there, you know, because I say, she says we do have it all, but we don't have the ones we love. Okay? But she is only a thought away. You know that, yeah. And she said she's with you so much of the time. Would she have had a brother or a... Yes. Okay, because she's mentioning him as well.
Yeah, there's a reason.
She's making me feel like there was quite a special bond there. Were they... It's almost like they're twins, but I'm not sure if I should go that far. Okay. Yeah, because I just saw an image of my brother and sister who are twins. So, okay.
He was with her when she died.
Oh, okay. She didn't tell me that, but he was with her when she died. I really don't want to tell me things. No feeding the medium. Okay. Oh yeah, we can have cake afterwards. Now, she said, but please don't be all sad about her because she is okay. But she said she knows it's hard because if it was the other way around, she'd be sad. But know that she loves you, that she comes and puts her arms around you. Yeah. She sits on your bed at night as well. Yeah.
I have felt her.
Yeah.
Quite strongly.
Good, because that's what she wants you to do. You know, that's her intention. But as I say, she'll sit on your bed, and she wants you to actually be able to feel that the bed does dip slightly when she sits on it. Yeah, well, I felt that on spirit, but yeah, I didn't realise it was a thing until then. But yeah, she says you should feel her sit on there. Okay, but never be afraid because of it, because she comes with love, so much love. Thank you. Oh, thanks.
She's found your phone number and she won't leave you alone now, isn't it? Sorry? It's like she's found your phone number and she won't leave you alone now. It doesn't come through for years and all of a sudden she's here every
Oh
day.
gosh, really? Oh.
Because we're in circle together. So,
All
yeah.
right. Good opportunity, yeah. Wow. Oh, gosh. She didn't tell me that either. Whoops, Daisy. Gosh, someone else is here.
But not that kind.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Very brightly coloured jumpers like yours, fluffy, like mohair.
Oh yeah.
All in bright colours.
Lovely. Tell me. I need to know where they are. She's a step back. Thank you. Oh, but she is a lovely girl. Yeah. Oh, right now. Okay. Oops. Okay. Spatial awareness, not my thing when I'm connected to spirit. Okay. Right. I have another gentleman here with me. Now I'd like to come to you two, please. I have a gentleman here with me. He is, let's see, I feel he's a little bit taller than me. Not much, but a little bit. And he feels thinner than me. Again, not difficult, so yeah. But who are you? Would you understand the name of Terry? I don't know that it's his name. I just heard the name of Terry. It may not even be connected to him, but okay then, that's fine. They just keep giving me names now, so I'm just giving them out if I get them. Okay, but right, this gentleman, I'm seeing him like he's, when I say seeing, I'm sort of feeling that he's around middle age, but I don't believe that's when he passed. I feel he was quite a bit older then, but you know, sometimes they like to look a bit better. You know, they like to massage their egos, sort of thing. Now he feels quite a hard-working gentleman, and I do feel that he would have, for at least some of his life, he would have worked manually, and I do feel he was a father, but I'm not saying he was your father. Would he have been a husband who was a father? Would that be right, or is it actually is your father? Thank you. Okay, it's me getting ahead of myself then. Right. Okay. But with your father, you would understand that he was, as I described him, and he would have worked manually for at least quite a bit of his life. Yeah, okay, thank you. Because I do feel he was quite strong and quite capable of, you know, of fixing things and getting things working again. And he would have enjoyed that sort of, not battle, but it would have been, you know, getting into it and finding out what's wrong and getting it fixed. Yeah? Lovely. And would you understood that he got a bit breathless towards the end? Thank you. Right, good. Okay, take that away now. And I keep bringing my hand up to my mouth, like it's got something wrong with his teeth or something. Would I be right in saying that?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, false. Okay. Yes, because it's just the way he's, and I don't normally do that myself, so I know it's him. Okay. Did his teeth sometimes fall down?
No, not
I just.
He had a new set of teeth made, but they didn't fit him.
Oh, oops, right, okay.
I don't know if you ever remember Dick Emery when he used to play the vicar.
Yes.
When he came to the front door after having his teeth fixed.
Oh no.
I couldn't stop laughing. He said, "What are you laughing at?" And from that day onwards, he wouldn't wear it. He had it just gone.
Oh my word.
So he went back to his old ones.
Oh.
Oh,
So, some right characters around, isn't there? But he was a right character, wasn't he? And, you know, people liked him because of how he was. He was just, he'd open his mouth and say something, you know, and it would come out all funny. Yeah? And when you're saying about Dick Emery, he was laughing, he was having a good chuckle, but he would have had a good sense of humour, and he would have been quite self-deprecating about it. You know, he wouldn't have minded taking the mickey out of himself, if you like. Yeah. And because he'd rather people laughed with him like that. Yeah. Because he wouldn't want to think that they thought he was a fool or stupid or anything like that, because that wasn't him at all. No, he was and I do feel he was a decent man too, you know, a good man, a good family man too. Yeah. And he said when any of the kids felt ill or anything like that. That really sort of brought him down too, because he didn't want to think of any of his family suffering at all. No, lovely. Gosh, wow. And he's making me feel that he didn't have much money, but what he had was for the family. What he had, paid the bills, because he was quite particular about that too. He would never spend money until the bills were paid. Yeah, right. But he'd do his damnedest to make sure that you were all, looked after as much as he could. Yeah. Now, he's also making me aware that there usually wasn't much around for going away or anything like that. But he said you did like to have the odd days out. Yeah. And he would join in with all the fun. And he'd make sure that everyone had a great time, and, whether it was the seaside or a fair or going to some great big park or something like that. He'd love to see the kids playing and enjoying themselves and wearing themselves out, really, But he said that's what made him tick, He said in a lot of ways he was a simple man in that those were his pleasures. Yeah. But he was like a linchpin to your family, wasn't he? Because although he may not have always had the final say, he would have been the one who kept you all together, and he would have hated it if the kids had rows or anything like that. He would have just, like knocked the heads together and come on, you've got your family, you've got to get on. Yeah. And he would have loved Christmas too. He really would have loved Christmas. Yeah, nothing better than having everyone around. And, it's nice and warm, it's cosy, there's food to eat, and everyone's having a good time. He was just that sort of bloke. It wasn't all about him, it was all about family. Yeah. Now, right, let's see what he wants to say. Okay, he sort of let me know that there have been some concerns for someone in the family recently. I believe it's health sort of concerns. Yeah. Oh, it's you, is it? Okay. He said know that he's there to, give you the hug and the strength, and that he said, I'm not a doctor, but he said prayers are going up for you. Yeah. And you will feel him around, when you're low, when you're ill, you will feel him around more, because he just wants to give you that strength, give you that support, because that's what he was like. Yeah, give you that bit of extra oomph, and just know that he loves you so much. Yeah, And you. And you. He's not leaving you out, but that's obviously why he's gone to you, because he knows that you've had this, this problems. But he's still with you so often. That's the thing with spirit, they're only a thought away. I'm sure most of you know this, and I'm teaching the converted, aren't I? Yeah, but they are only a thought away. You can talk to them just as well as I can.
But you're all done, my love. You get time to squeeze a quick one in if you want to.
Okay, I don't mind. Okay. Anyone want a quickie?
Best stuff I've had always.
Oh dear.
Honestly,
In the nicest, a nap, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I know the feeling. I've had a dreadful week for sleep because I live on my own, well, with my dog and my cat, and my bedroom's at the front of the house, and right opposite, somebody's put a damn great generator in their garden. I mean, I do believe that, because I don't know the family who live there, just across. I know all the others, but I don't know them. But my neighbour told me that they've got a little girl who's got kidney failure. So I think that's on there because we've had power cuts, or everybody apart from my house has had power cuts, because I haven't. For some reason, I don't know why. Didn't even know they were happening. But yeah. Yeah, that's what my neighbour said. So I've had to move into the back, which of course is not the normal place to sleep. So I still don't sleep very well, but at least I haven't got that droning noise going on all day, all night. Oh, I've got one of them. It's a big fluffy thing. Oh, I just saw someone walk across there.
Yeah, you will.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, thank you all very much for working with me, and I hope you've enjoyed it. And I'm sorry I couldn't get to everybody. But
Do you want to close up for us?
I'll do it. It's fine. Yeah. Right. Please join me in a closing prayer. Divine Spirit, Father God, thank you for all we've had this evening. Thank you for all those spirit who've come through to their loved ones with messages of hope, messages to show that we all survive physical death. And please keep us all safe here. Keep us all well until we meet again. And we ask that in your name, which is love. Amen.